Good evening, folks. This is Lila with some bedtime stories that I'd like to share with you. And with me, of course, is Dean Val and our dear friend Tim von Pinnon and our other friend Ariana. So we have a good team here. I hope you enjoy what we're bringing tonight. I'll be reading from a book of Dream Visions by Dwayne the Great Writer, and we'll discuss the chapter that I'm going to read and ask you folks to please answer the questions, or if you have any, and what are your thoughts about what I've just read. So, okay, here we go. This is another bedtime story that I think you're going to enjoy. Everyone has experienced in the other levels above the bottom of awareness, but many are not aware of this fact, and so to be better understand what it is taking place within them, they should give themselves a command before they're going to sleep each night that will they will remember their dreams. The moment one awakes, they should jot down the basic idea of the dream, because the experience comes to the physical brain is like a bullet hitting water. It quickly loses its momentum, and as the human side immediately takes over and floods the person with what it wants to be doing. So, for a person to get to know themselves better, it's a real task at first until a pattern of recognition starts to set in, which may take years or even lifetimes. With all that is being presented here, it is best a person becomes more aware in the world on which they're living. If not, they will always be the unknowing effect of what is taking place all around them. If a person wants to believe they know what's taking place here and accepts what the authoritarians are telling them is true, then so be it. So whatsoever a man believeth, so be it. As this idea applies to the first three levels of the passing dream only, and not the true reality in the real universes of sound and light. Yes, this idea does apply, but it will not save a person's life by going the way of the ego and whatever it wants. Anyone can believe what they want to, but it does not make it so. It may take many attempts for one to bring the recall of their dream experiences to the surface. The subconscious mind is a vast and remarkable place that is highly unknown to the professional humans of the earth, with all their certified degrees from the invented systems. The free beings of the are the only ones who can unlock the secrets of each person as they are ready to meet themselves. The psychic seers of the physical and the astral worlds may be able to see some of what is taking place, but they do not have access to handle all the situations from the higher levels. As each person continually decides their life and their fate, they are storing all kinds of images and feelings in their various bodies, just like creating documents and files on a computer. When a person has access to the universal files, They will witness how this process is done and see for himself how the real experiences of a person's life cannot be distorted on the upper level, where all is what it is. Those who create a distortion or conspiracy here, already seen from the higher levels, which, one moment please, that show exactly what they're doing with their intent. Some think of this as their God, and it can be so in some cases to those who have forfeited their life and awareness to the space gods of human understanding. Each one of us chooses our relationships, mainly from our upbringing, but not always. As I returned in this life and write about in Book 2, A Journey to Real Freedom, I was gradually shown once again by Reeves Artars who I was and why I was here. Even though I was raised by my mother, she didn't have the greatest effect on my life, as I was experiencing other worlds and places that even she did not know of. The subconscious will sometimes take the wish or desire of a person and store it away. This is where the idea of prayer comes into play. When people pray, they are really praying to themselves to have something in their lives fulfilled. The church has taught people it is the gods of man, and it can be so if they are willing. But for the most part, it is each person's doing unto themselves. The idea of positive thinking is the same realm as the unconscious, as it will manifest the creation of a person according to their acceptability and awareness as to how to realize it in their lives. Some things come to some people very easily, while others struggle. Again, it is all about the consciousness of the person and their relationship mainly with themselves. When a person is a new student of the real gods, then they are given the best assistance to fulfill their desires. If what they're deciding is along the lines of providing a real benefit to themselves and possibly others. The real guides are aware of the fact that this world is a dream world, the real dream, and at the same time will work for those who are productively creative to assist in fulfilling a natural means of survival. Until one can become self-sufficient on all those levels, the round worlds are the infancy stage of development for the U-tune. But it is here that we learn so much as we have the real guidance to surpass all the Maya of the dual forces. Well, what do you think about that? Maybe Ariana, could you kind of fill in there?
Well, let's see. It's really, it's overpowering being in the physical, that it's hard to really tune into the inner worlds without some guidance. And so I guess we're really fortunate to have the real guides with us.
Yeah, I think it's impossible really because there's nothing to relate. The personal self has nothing to relate to the real universe. So it's just necessary to have these beings to assist us to see that there's something more, because the personal self can't, even with its imagination, it can't see beyond its own imagination and fantasies. So the real guides come in and help us to access the isness and to recognize it, and then we get inspiration, and we can carry on and gain confidence and move forward to move along with this process of becoming more aware. It's real interesting how it works.
Kim, how about you? Do you have something to say about all this?
Sure.
I knew you would.
I like the part where we're in the infancy stage, and that I guess we just have to be patient, because how fast can we grow ourselves? It seems like we're all pretty similar. The cells keep multiplying and making the physical body bigger and bigger. So in this realm, it looks like it takes some time and our attention. It depends where we're focusing our attention, how fast maybe we are going to get the idea of why we're here and what it is that we need to do to not have to return into this physical and realm, or this astral realm, or the causal realm, or the mental realm, or the etheric realm, and get to be in the real universes. So where it's a lot different than here, the comparison is about the opposite, it sounds like.
And you read something earlier today, and you're reading at 7, Tim. You read, it's the same book 6, but a different portion of it. And what you read was that if people were content, then they wouldn't need the gods of man. So the gods of man keep people under stress and keep them searching for something more. And even the New Age movements, the spiritual, religious movements, there's always something that there's lacking in their teaching. So the gods are there for people, for them to think that there's somebody beyond themselves that will give them fulfill their desires. So it's an interesting setup, how they keep people just engaged and keep them searching for something. Now with the new presentation, it's like, in a way you're content, because you're already, in the now, and you're becoming more now all the time. So there's no need to struggle or to seek anything. And I was a seeker for a long time. In my youth, I could say I was a truth seeker type person, always looking for something. But now I don't need to do that anymore. I don't need to seek anything, because it's an isness, and that's a whole different way of looking at life than thinking that you're lacking something, that you need something more in addition to. Because when here, the isness, it already is an isness. It's already complete. So it's a matter of recognizing that. And no longer do you have to seek anything.
That is a real challenge to know that you're already there, that what you seek is here. That, I think, is a struggle for a lot of people, realizing that they don't have to struggle because they've been struggling all their lives.
Mm-hmm.
Are they just going to quit struggling? This is a matter of just letting go.
Well, it's the effortless effort idea, or everything's okay.
Yeah.
So it's just, you just do what you do. You don't have to stress that you're not doing enough, or you're not capable enough, or you don't have enough skills. You just do what you do. And if the intent is there to become more aware, then you're okay. And it just becomes effortless. And life will keep showing you, it'll keep giving you feedback, basically, that you're okay. And it's a lot different than the struggle idea. So we use comparison a lot. So this is the new presentation, effortless effort. I mean, there is an effort. Don't get me wrong. It's still, you have to do something. You don't have to, but it just, you activate something within yourself so that you can contribute in your own way, and then you can just do what you do. But it doesn't have to be stressful or struggle.
That is so true. We just have to keep working that everything is really okay.